So I'm shooting a video for my Chatham folk, my Chatham friends, and some of my Summit friends. Like, it's not all about Madison, because I understand that if Red Dawn happened today, we'd be fighting against the Soviets or the Chinese in the remake. So if that happens, you know, us people from Madison, Chatham, Summit, you know, we got to come together. So I don't want you thinking that it's all about me, you know, propping up Madison and making fun of Chatham and Del Barton and things like that. Like, we got to come together. It's all fun and love, you know. So I'm going to do a little Chatham video, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to go up the gut in Chatham Borough just to show you that I know where I'm going. Because back in the day, you took this route I'm on right now, you hit traffic. And so sometimes you want to just keep moving, or you think you're going to go faster, so you're like, you know what? I'm going to take a shortcut. But growing up, our cousins lived in Summit. We lived in Madison. So we came back and forth quite often. So we knew some of the shortcuts back and forth. So today I'm going to show you a shortcut, which is technically probably a long cut, but we're gonna do it. Just because I'm just trying to make a video, that's all. This diner up here, the Broadway diner. See, this isn't a shortcut at all. This is a long cut. So the Broadway diner, it says the world's best pancakes. So I always want to go in there like the elf and say, world's best pancakes, way to go, way to go. No, see what I mean? I got a buddy of mine, he's under the belief that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So his motto is just go up the gut. Shortcuts never work. Just go up the gut. But in this scenario, hello. I made it through the traffic. You know I made it through. So I'm gonna go up by St. Pat's. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't actually talk like that, by the way. I don't actually talk like that. I don't really say coffee. When I was in the Marines, people would always say, "You're from Jersey? You don't have an accent." It's like, okay. That's nice. Thank you. I guess. People from our area, we don't have accents. We don't. I'm proof. Lived all over the world. Stationed while on active duty. Stationed all over the world. Hung out with Southerners. Hung out with foreigners. And they all had misconceptions on New Jersey. You don't have an accent. Well, what did you expect me to sound like? Tony Soprano? I'm not Italian. From close to New York City. This is good. This is good. This is a good Chatham route. I'm glad I'm doing this Chatham route. This is where I get nervous. If St. Pat's is in session, this could be trouble. This could be trouble. And it's not. Sweet. Sweet. St. Pat's still looks exactly the same. Nothing's changed. Farmers Market, Chatham Borough's Farmers Market. I gotta get to that. So, I'm the youngest of 8 kids. So I have seven siblings. That's Madison math for you. And some of my older siblings have not lived in the United States for probably 30 years. Definitely, yeah, like 30 years. And most of them live in France. And they have this distorted sense of reality when it comes to, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, when it comes to the States. And they say stupid things like, you know, in France, when we go out, we can get fresh vegetables. They have this idea that like everything we eat is processed and we have zero access to healthy foods. So they say things like, you know, in France, you can go out, go to a market and get fresh vegetables. And it's like, what do you think we have here, man? Every single town in this area that we grew up in has a farmer's market. First off, the supermarkets are pretty good. There's boutique supermarkets, and every single town has a farmer's market. You can show up, locally grown vegetables, but I don't need to explain this to you people. You live here, or maybe you grew up here, but I just thought that was funny seeing the Chatham Farmer's Market sign. We have, you can get any day, go out and get fresh vegetables. Really? We can only get packaged processed vegetables. We can only get frozen vegetables in a bag. Man, you stupid. So I've already filmed some of this stuff. So I don't know when I'm gonna make a turn. Because I'm going to Madison High School right now. You know what? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take it I'm gonna wing it. I'm either gonna take it, well, I've done Prospect recently, so if you want to go back and see some of my old videos, you can, I have the roads listed in my descriptions on Facebook. So I'm either going to take this to Green Village, or Lawantaka, or Lawantaka, however you want to pronounce it. Or as my mother would say, however, whatever your little heart desires. That expression sounds a little better coming from a female. Coming from me, it sounds a little sissy-ish. So I did this route this stretch in a video posted on May 17th, which was my birthday. Was that the day I did it? Yeah. I had a lot of commentary on that one. I had fun with that one. I'm going to do green mainly because I think it's a nice little view driving down Green Ave into Waverly Place and then on to Central Ave. But maybe I won't do Central Ave. It's so difficult to decide, isn't it? Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think I might do something different. Like if I see my friends' businesses along the way, I'm going to tag them in the video. In the description, I'm going to tag them at whatever time they were in the video. So I've already passed Gerry Frasso and Frank Davis. So I should tag them in the video at the exact moment when I drove by their work trucks. They'll see the tag and they'll be like, what the hell is this? What is he doing? Freaking weirdo. Alright, so check this bridge ahead. I did a video where I talked about how I was in a Penske truck and I ripped the roof off driving Penske truck. But then you don't realize how many other people do it until you start driving and you look at the bridges. Like, look at that thing. That thing is taking a beating. And the one on the other side on Prospect has taken a beating too. Oh my God. I'm not going to repeat that story, but I ripped the crap off of that roof. I was in New York and it wasn't my fault. It was my fault because my hands were on the steering wheel, but I didn't know any better. I didn't know. All right. Uh-oh, got some construction going on there. I do want to do at a certain point, I'm going to run out of streets to drive on. So at a certain point, I'm going to have to step up my game and start doing some interviews and some ride-alongs. I got some fun ideas planned. This Sunday, I'm going to do a drive-along with my father-in-law, William Guerriero, also pronounced Guerriero, and we're going to drive through the orchard, which, when he was a child, was undeveloped. So who better to speak to about the orchard than a man who just had his 80th birthday and grew up in the neighborhood before it was an actual neighborhood. So I got to do stuff. And I thought about that driving by the Bethel AME church. It would be interesting to do something on that, on the other churches. And watch this. Ready? Bang! Bang! We're doing Summerhill Park. See if we can catch some high school derelicts out here smoking cigarettes, drinking, smoking weed. If it was the 70s, they'd be out here smoking grass. Derelicts, cutting school, hoodlums. Back before the Summerhill Park Trail, that's a new one. I like that they put all these trails in the wooded areas of Madison. Good stuff. Way to go. Way to go, Madison. Wow. There's more cars parked here than that video I did of the Livingston Mall. I wonder if there's still glass and shades and of the old greenhouses. I wonder if they're still here. Or have they been buried over since my childhood in the 70s and 80s. I'm a 90 grad of Madison. All right, so when you do the school pickup, it's imperative that, well, I always like to come here. I like to make her walk, make her suffer. But that is a wrap for this video.